Hi everyone, Peter Liciaga here. So glad you're joining me today. I'm excited to share this with you. And hey, if you have a question or a comment, please go ahead and leave it in the comment section below and I'll get to it later on today. I'm not going to do it while I'm doing this live, but I definitely want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your questions and I want maybe have some of you guys have any suggestions, please add to that because this is something I'm going to go pretty quickly through. I don't want to keep you guys too long here, but very quickly over the weekend, I got together with a couple of parents and teachers and parents who are teachers, and they were telling me some of the challenges that they're looking forward to confronting in the new school year. And there are a couple of things that came out of these conversations, and this is what this presentation is about. And I broke it down to 3 habits so that we can help our children build good social habits. And one of the things that kept coming up with the parents and the teachers were the fact that our children, even the parents, even us, are still learning how to go back to these social habits that we had, that we actually lost, and especially the kids lost these social habits. They didn't know how to engage socially with other people going into these environments. So anyway, here are some things I want to share with you guys. And again, if you have any questions or comments or would like to add to this, please go ahead and do it in the comment section below. Other than that, let me go ahead and go through this. I'll try to go through this quickly. The first one is simply this. It's just being smart. Habit number 1 is being smart. And a lot of this stuff I'm going to share with you, a lot of you probably know or have maybe different versions of it. I tweaked a couple of things to add to the conversation and some ideas. Like, for example, the acronyms for SMART is to be safe in your environments, to be mindful of your environments and the people that you're with, and to really go all in on your A game, have a great A game. I'll share that in a couple of minutes. And then have the power, the R power, and I'll share what the R power is, and then being very thoughtful. So that's habit number 1 is be smart. Habit number 2 is think. This is not new, and I had a couple of teachers say that this is going to be their theme, their acronym for the school year is thinking. And so I expanded that a little bit, and is to think before you speak, before you act, before you engage with people, and something that we want to make sure that we help our kids to be mindful of about, being truthful, being helpful, being inspiring, and being doing things and saying things that are necessary as opposed to unnecessary, shouldn't be said or done, and then just simply being kind. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper on that in a couple of minutes. And then next thing is habit number 3 is just being a good citizen, understanding how to interact as a citizen and how to be a part of the community. And being a good citizen simply means respecting others, right? And this helps us create a safe environment and help everyone be safe emotionally and physically in these environments. Okay, so anyway, let me break it down with the first habit is being smart. Okay, be safe. Staying safe simply means that we watch what we're doing, we learn how to play safe, and we learn how to play safe at home, at school, outdoors, everywhere throughout the season. And of course, staying safe means that we can have more fun. Nobody gets hurt, and then everything's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, right? So that's the S for our smart. And M is be mindful. Be mindful simply means paying full attention to whatever you're doing at any given moment. We teach our students at Untitled Karate the focusing rules, right? Being focused and concentrating on what you're doing. So mindfulness is simply that. Slow down and really notice, pay attention to what you're doing, and be mindful of the opposite of rushing or multitasking, right? Being mindful means slowing it down, and it's the opposite of rushing and that multitasking. And when you're mindful, you're taking your time, you're focusing, and you're doing your best to be relaxed, to be calm, and to be cool. So that's the M in our SMART acronym of habit number 1. Habit number 2 is the A game. And I teach this a lot. I actually have bookmarkers that I'll be giving out. And so it's simply this: assessment, awareness, and action. And I tell all our students to think about what you're doing, be aware of what you're doing, think about it, and then choose the right appropriate action. That's your A game. Okay, so that's the A of habit number 1 of being smart. Okay, and the R power is being reliable, responsible, and resourceful. Being reliable means just following through on your promises and seeing the positive impact of keeping your commitments. Whatever you committed to, make sure you keep and be reliable. Keep those commitments. Responsible means being dependable and making good choices and taking accountability for your actions and for what you say. So that's why it's very important that you're smart and be responsible, be reliable. And of course, if you need help, resources are out there. So be resourceful, having that ability to find answers, quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. So that's the R of smart, habit number 1. Now the T is simply being thoughtful, considering the comfort, the good, and the well-being of others, being thoughtful, mindful, and thoughtful. So that's habit number 1, being smart. Let's go to habit number 2. Habit number 2 is think before you speak, before you act, and before you engage with others. Think in advance about the impact that your words and your actions and what you do are going to, what impact they're going to make on the environment, with the people, and whether it's appropriate or not. And so there are a couple of things that you want to consider, right? The THINK. Of course, this is not new for many of us. So my little twist on this is that is what you feel or sense within the environment, or when you meet someone, is it true? Sometimes we meet someone and we get this sense, we get this this thought that this person might be that way, maybe based on what how they're dressed or how they're acting or what they look like. We get this sense. We have to ask ourselves, is it true? And then before we speak, we have to ask ourselves, is it true? If someone says something to us, is it true? So we've got to think before we speak, we act, or engage with someone else. And then the H, helpful. Will what we say or do be helpful? Will it help the person? Which brings us to the I. Is it going to inspire them? What you say, will it inspire them? What you do, will it inspire or will it discourage, demotivate, hurt someone's feelings? All these things you want to think about before you do or you say. And the next one is this: what you say or what you do, is it really necessary? Do you really have to say it? Do you really have to do it? Think. Okay, think before you do or you say or you engage. The next one is this: what is your motivation for saying or doing whatever you're going to say or do? Okay, is your motivation, okay, to be kind, to inspire, to motivate, right? So again, thinking before you act, before you speak, before you engage. Hope that makes sense. Okay, moving to the habit number 3, being a good citizen. Now we can go a whole list of different things that we can do to be a good citizen. I'm just going to keep it simple, keep it to 4 things. Being a good citizen, just understanding how to interact with each other in our community, in our environment. And we really, first and foremost, want to start off with respect. 100% respect. That's the first thing that I teach our students when they come to our academy, Donato Christ. And the first thing I teach them is respect, reminding them about the power of respect and treating others with value. And so here are 4 things that we can do, 4 rules for a happy classroom. And we want to share this with our kids, right? Don't call out, right? Don't be disrespectful. Just shout out and just start talking because you have something on your mind to say, or you just have an idea. Teaching ourselves to raise our hands, waiting for the permission, waiting for the opportunity to speak is very, very important. Matter of fact, we'll stop our class. If a child just shouts out, we'll stop the class and we'll remind them they have to put their hand in the air to speak. So raising their hands, very important. Another rule is you must focus and listen carefully. And again, focus. We have 3 focusing rules: focusing their eyes, focusing their minds, focusing their bodies. Looking at the person that's speaking so that you can show that respect, and then listening very carefully and doing your best with your mind to understand, and then controlling your body, and then being ready to follow the directions. Very important, right? And that's being a good citizen is listening. Listen first, focus on the person that's speaking. And then third one is simply good hygiene. Make sure you clean after yourself. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you are having good hygiene when you go into the restroom. Make sure the restroom is clean, and make sure it's clean before you use it and clean after you use it. And make sure your environment is clean, and do your best to be a great citizen to make sure the environment stays safe. And then the last one is to share your knowledge, share what you're feeling, and allow others to share what they're feeling. And being a good citizen is listening, sharing, and helping others. So that's what I have for you guys today. And thank you so much for spending this time, guys. Again, if you have anything you want to share, please do the comment right below. And I just want to keep it as short as possible. Thank you for sharing this time with me and listening. Please share this with maybe someone that might need a reminder, might benefit from this. Other than that, have a great back to school. And I know this week and next week, kids are going back to school. Parents are preparing. I know teachers are already in meetings as we speak right now and preparing for the back to school year. And of course, we're here to help. Okay, so guys, have a great day, a great week. And if you need anything, you can reach out to me. Other than that, guys, take care. Bye.